What's up, guys? So I have to say it. I was right about Crimson Deserts. Honestly, I didn't want to be. I really didn't want to be. But let's go ahead and talk about that and other gaming news here today. Well, welcome everyone to the Dr. Blue Duck channel where we talk about gaming stuff, we talk about dad stuff, we just talk about life stuff. And the reviews are finally out for Crimson Deserts, and people are saying that it is a long game with over 100 plus hours of gameplay if you are a completionist. And as a gaming dad, I am not a completionist. So let's think about this. Imagine if you could, I can't, but imagine if you could take weeks off of work and play this game for 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. It would be about 2.5 weeks of your life to play through this game and to complete everything. And now most gaming dads are not able to do that. So imagine if you were to play this game every day for only 1 hour. How long would it take to complete this game? Guys, it would be about 3 to 4 months if you wanted to do everything in this game. Now that's without future updates or anything like that. That's a long time to play a game, which is cool. If like you only buy 1 or 2 games per year, but for me, it's just too long. Unless this game is like the best game ever, which the reviews say it's not. I just don't have that much time. Now, I know some of you out there are going to be like, hey, you just need to go play Fortnite. Go play Fortnite then. And that's where I want to plug this in right here. I will go play Fortnite. I play Fortnite on Thursday nights starting at 8 o'clock with my life group bros. So if you want to catch me on TikTok in the live stream, go ahead and do that. I'll put a link below. Anyway, back to Crimson Deserts. The reviewers are also criticizing the controls of Crimson Deserts. Actually, this is probably like the #1 complaint right now. And hopefully it's something that can be fixed with a patch. But as of now, people are saying the controls are just way too complex. They're clunky. And there's just like this huge, steep learning curve to even play the game well. The overly complicated button combinations require players to press multiple buttons at once just for like basic actions. The game tries to handle melee combat, magic grappling, and environmental interactions all through one dense control scheme. And some players have even complained that these controls are actually causing hand cramping. Now, some reviewers have said that, hey, this is fine and you get used to it after about 10 hours of the game. But being a gaming dad, I don't want to have to struggle through something as basic as controls for 10 hours of my life. Gaming for me is meant to be a fun and an enjoyable pastime. Now, I know maybe not everyone agrees with that, but this channel is aimed at gaming dads. So I'm speaking about gaming dads here who just don't have the time for all that. Reviewers are also saying that Crimson Desert is difficult in many ways, besides for the complex fighting controls. There's no hand-holding in this game. You have to figure things out on your own. The bosses are very punishing. I mean, even healing is a chore. You can't simply skill your way through everything without preparation. Some players have compared it to Elden Ring and Dark Souls in certain ways, and some have compared it to Breath of the Wild. So I decided to just play Breath of the Wild. You see, I've never actually beaten Breath of the Wild. I'm probably about halfway through. So this weekend, instead of playing Crimson Deserts, I decided to save $70 and play a more family-friendly game on the couch with my 2 young boys and my wife. My 5-year-old was like, yeah, go dad, cheering me on while I was struggling fighting through one of the divine beasts. And my wife finally asked if she could give it a try. Now, my wife is brilliant, but she's not a gamer. But I have faith in her, so I handed over the controller. She tried. I was hoping that somehow this was going to be one of those like miraculous moments where she just beats it for me. But she eventually handed the controller back. And I played for about 10 to 15 more minutes until I finally beat Vah-Ruta. Remember the giant elephant divine beast? Yeah, and my little 5-year-old, he was just like jumping in victory. It kind of reminded me of the scene in Stranger Things where the kids won their campaign of D&D and they're just going crazy. Yeah, that was my 5-year-old. Now, I've also been playing Mario Wonder, which looks amazing with the new graphics boost updates on the Switch 2 in handheld mode. So I'm so curious to see how it's going to look with the official Switch 2 version coming out on March 26th. I mean, it looks amazing now. Like, can it look that much better? With the addition of the Bella Bell Park Social Hub, there will also be the ability to add double badges. And if you're familiar with the game, you know that means you can equip 2 abilities at once instead of just one on the level levels. So for example, you might be able to use floating high jump and wall climb jump all on the same level. I'm curious to see how that actually works. Now, I beat Mario Odyssey last year, but honestly, Mario Wonder has been one of the most enjoyable Mario games I've ever played. And I don't say that lightly. It's just simple and fun combined together. It's Mario done right. And I'm really taking my sweet time playing through it, enjoying the entire experience as I capture every seed. So Starfield is coming out on PlayStation 5 April 7th, and although I played a little of Starfield on the Xbox back when I still had an Xbox, I'm excited to try it again on PlayStation 5. Wait, I had an Xbox, but wait, isn't everything an Xbox? So doesn't that mean I still have an Xbox? I'm confused. Now, with Starfield on PlayStation, I'm not really planning on beating that game. To me, it's kind of a relaxing exploration game I like to do from time to time. Have you guys ever played a game with no real intention to ever beat it? I mean, is that just me? Is it wrong to play a game if you never plan on beating it? Yeah, I want you guys to let me know in the comments below. But if you're like me, some games I like just to play for a short experience here and there with not too much dedication. Mouse PI for Hire is coming April 16th, and I'm excited about the art style of this game, especially being a high school art teacher. It's that classic black and white rubber hose style of animation, which I enjoy. And the game is supposed to be like a boomer shooter, you know, like old school Doom games, which, hey, I grew up playing those in the 90s. I love those. So this is one that's definitely on my to-buy list. If you grew up in the 1980s like me, I'm sure you'll be checking out He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction. It doesn't matter that the title's long because the game should be classic. And what's so great about this retro-inspired 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up is that it's based off the original, yes, the original 1980s He-Man cartoon. You know, the one you would watch before school or on Saturday mornings. When I was a kid, I was all about He-Man, Thundercats, Transformers, Ninja Turtles, and the Ghostbusters. So this He-Man game is one where even if the gameplay isn't all that original or super creative, I'm going to play it for nostalgia and to pass along that classic cartoon to my own boys. Lastly, Minecraft Dungeons 2 was announced to come this fall. And I love playing Diablo 4, but it is not the best game to be playing in front of small kids, unless if you want to be waking up all night long dealing with their nightmares. But Minecraft Dungeons and this new part 2 should be a good alternative to Diablo that's more family friendly. I'll likely be playing this game, but I just need to finish the first Minecraft Dungeons. And hey, at least I have until fall to do so. So something happened this past weekend that was a little sad. And I know other gaming dads out there will understand what I'm talking about. My 2-year-old son said he wanted some water. He normally says Wawa, but this time he said water. He's growing up, guys. And that little word is just a big reminder of how short time is with young children. They are growing up. So use your hobby of gaming as a way to relax and recharge so you can even be a better dad, and never allow gaming or any hobby to steal away your precious time from your kids or your wife or your family. So anyways, as always, be kind, use your minds, and game on.